Welcome. We're back. Another insane day for the market. Let me put down my music a little bit. Thank you, Eric, for the subscription. Sheesh, if we got any new people in here, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Things are crazy. We're in the wild west of the stock market right now. You can't really tell if you're looking at the S&P 500, but if you're looking at the Russell 2000, or if you're looking at a lot of different stocks, especially ones that have been crushed in the last couple of months, a lot of them are making big rebounds. And I'm not even just talking about like the Clover, the Rocket, the Lots, like a lot of other ones too, CCIV, Fisker, just a lot of stocks that have been getting crushed pretty much from like the middle of February to the beginning of May. They've been making huge comebacks, and I'm glad to say we've been a part of many of them. It's been a very fun few weeks, but obviously, I'm not here to is the music still really loud? Can you hear me? Let me put down the music a little bit. Let's see. All right, let me know if that's like a better audio level. But yeah, we're gonna talk about all of it. I'm just gonna start off with Bitcoin as people are joining in the stream. We'll just do Bitcoin really quickly. After Bitcoin, I think we'll just go talk about the stock market in general for like 5 minutes, and then after we talk about Bitcoin and the overall stock market, I'm going to talk about Clover, Rocket, Lots, Fisker, QS, a bunch of different names. So make sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel. And let's get to the charts. Looking at Bitcoin first, just to quickly look at it, it's still developing the triple hidden bearish divergence on the daily, which doesn't look too great, but it's still above 30K. It's just chopping around. Everything in between 30K and 40K on Bitcoin is relatively neutral. Obviously, that's a very wide range where you can make plenty of trades within it. But the way I'm looking at Bitcoin is under 30K is bearish, over 42K is bullish. Until we break to one side or the other, it's really hard to get a good read on what's really going on unless we get more data, which we don't have yet. It did make a daily bullish pin bar candle, which is good. The new day on Bitcoin started about an hour ago. And yesterday, or technically today on Bitcoin, you made a bullish pin bar candle. But we'll see how much that matters. I guess it's just trying to hold that little low from like May 23rd. Let's move on to the stock market. We're going to talk about the stock market for 5 minutes just so I can give you a read on the stock market, because if you don't care about the indices, eventually, I know right now it's not really affecting most of your trades, but eventually it's going to start affecting your trades. So we're going to talk about the S&P and the NASDAQ for like 5 minutes, and then we're going to get into Clover and everything else. If the music is still out, I can lower it. I'll lower it even more. I just don't want it to be to the point where you can't hear it, because it's like good vibes and stuff. Maybe even put up my mic a little bit. Let me know if that's better. All right, now tell me if the music is good. All right. But yeah, keep hitting that like button. Let's get to 20 likes. Let's talk about the stock market. The S&P flat yet again. It's really just been consolidating for, it's been going slightly higher. It definitely has. But really for, the past 2 weeks, the S&P has not moved that much compared to what it was doing prior. And unfortunately, this is something that you do want to keep in mind. This is why I'm not putting out a lot of new like long-term swing trades. Mostly this week, it's just been like short-term options trades and things like that. So if you're not a premium member, I know it sucks, but have you not been enjoying the swing trades for the last couple of weeks? This was last week, okay? Look at these. None of these were even premium trades. So you were banking on these last week, right? So it's okay. We got to be patient as traders and wait for the high probability opportunities to arise. That's what we did a couple weeks ago, and it paid. It paid very, very well, right? And even this week, the ongoing trades are doing pretty well. Not too bad. So you can't complain. Just got to be patient when it comes to like those long-term swings. For now, I think the best action is in like short-term trades on these high volume, high shorted stocks, right? That's just where a lot of money is. That's where a lot of the money is flowing. But looking at the S&P, it's not really doing much. And unfortunately, you have bearish divergence developing on the daily, MACD and RSI. On the 4 hour, you have triple classic bearish divergence on the MACD. I think even on the 1 hour, you have quadruple classic bullish divergence, kind of. A lot of signs are saying that the S&P is overbought currently. Those are very textbook signals. Even if we look at the VIX, you're getting the opposite. You're getting classic bullish divergence on the 4 hour on the volatility index, which is actually now confirmed. So we've seen these signals a couple times this year. I remember the last time the VIX was down at this level towards the beginning of May. If you remember, we had a very rough open to May when the VIX was shooting up. We're back at that same exact level with a lot of divergence and a support and a bullish pin bar. Not the best technicals if you're looking at the overall stock market right now. But for whatever reason, that doesn't seem to matter too much for a lot of different stocks. One of them is Clover. So let's get into Clover. Let's talk about it. Make sure to hit that like button. Yeah, what are we doing? We got 46 people in here and only 12 likes. I know there might be a lot of new people in here. You got to see what I'm about. Got to kind of feel me out. Okay, that's fine. There we go. We just got 3 new likes. But Clover, if you watched last night's stream, if you watched the stream before last night, if you watched the stream before that, and the stream before that, and the stream before that, we've been covering Clover since it was $7. This is not me just trying to, join in on the FOMO so I could grow my following. We've been covering Clover since down here. I put out an alert on Clover right over here on this day on March 5th at $7. Okay, obviously when it was at 7, I didn't know that it would go to like 23.80 after hours today. I didn't know it was going to do that. I don't think many people were predicting that. I'm not going to be a liar. But I did think that 13 was, possible. And 13, it gapped up over 13 this morning. It was insane. Even if you watched last night's stream, this is where the candle closed yesterday, okay? It closed at around $12 yesterday, and then after hours, it went up to like $13.20. And what did I say last night on the stream? I put out a tweet about the clip. We can look at it again, just really quickly. I don't know if I want to show my Twitter like that, so let me just go to my own page first. All right, we could just, take a gander at it in case you missed it. From supply to the next pivot points in the past, okay? If you can seriously get above 13.22 on Clover, flip it into support or just never see it again, look, this is all the data we have between 13 and 17. This is it. All right, I'm not going to spend too much time looking at that, but you cannot be surprised that Clover got to an area with very little resistance, with a very, very high short interest, and it just went insane. You can't be surprised considering what AMC did in the last couple of weeks, what a lot of other stocks have been doing with high short interest. Like, yes, this is crazy. I would have not expected this if you told me it was possible a few weeks ago. But in the market that we're in right now, it's like, this is the market we're in. It's amazing for a lot of people. Hopefully you're on the good side of things. I'm not even gonna say anything if you're shorting it. I mean, that's always up to you. And I'm not telling you to FOMO into this either. I never give financial advice. All I'm saying is, like, the shorts had their fun, right? The shorts had their fun all the way over here, literally from $17 to $6. The shorts had a lot of fun. And honestly, I don't think the shorts had much empathy for the people who were in options and the people who were, getting stopped out and the people who were bag holding. Because I know if you go on Twitter, there were an endless amount of people bag holding this stock. And then eventually technicals played out. You had a bullish crab pattern, which was an alert I put out. You also had a Wyckoff accumulation range. Like, none of this is new. This is all on my trading view page. This all time stamped, right? If we just go over here, this all, yes, it went crazier than I would have ever expected, but since down here on Clover, this was $7 on March 4th when I posted this trade, right? Since down there, it's been beautifully in terms of, it's been beautiful, not beautifully. It's been beautiful in terms of technicals. And what now? That's the question I'm sure a lot of people want an answer to. Unfortunately, there's no way to know for sure, just like any other stock, unless you're trading legally, which, I do not do, and I do not think you should do either. But looking at Clover, it went to $23.80 after hours. Like, this purple line is pretty much where it is after hours. If you follow me on Twitter at Champion Vibe, when it gapped up this morning, I also gave you levels. I tweeted out the next levels on Clover. The first level I tweeted was $20.40. It went there within like 10-15 minutes. After it broke $20.40, I gave the $24 to $25 target, right? That was the next level I talked about being an important area. And I'll show you why that's such an important area, which you're still technically under based on where you closed after hours. Here we go. CLOV, next fib extension resistance is 24 to 25. When I put out this tweet, Clover was at 23. It never got up to there yet. And then what happened? It went right up to that level and it pulled back all the way down to $16.60 from this level, right? How did I find the level there? There wasn't any horizontal resistance there. It was all-time highs. I'll show you how in a second. But first off, Jeff O'Connor, thank you for the $30 donation. Thanks again for CLOV. I'm a happy guy. Still holding a few moon bags, as you say. Looking forward to the next big opportunity. Keep it up. Thank you very much, Jeff, for the $30 you even tipped last night. Thank you so much for the support. Let's get some vibes in the chat for Jeff dropping the $30. Really appreciate you and all the support. Thank you very much. And yeah, with Clover, how did I find this little, yellow box resistance before it got there with no other resistance at that price? Fibonacci. There's a whole video in the free course on my channel about Fibonacci. I took out 2 different levels. First, I got the major Fibonacci levels from going from the all-time high at the end of last year to the all-time low, right? And then the 1272 fib extension was $20.40. And then we got something known as confluence. We got another type of fib target at the same exact price, right? From the recent high in the beginning or the end of April to the low in May, I did another Fibonacci and you got 2040. So 2040 was the important level. It blew right through with all the hype in the morning. And then the next level was between 24 to 25. It was the 1618 of the major correction, and it was the 3618 of the short-term correction. You got up to it, you pulled back, and now after hours, you're right under it, okay? Going into tomorrow, when a stock goes up 85% in a day, there are very little things you can do from a technical standpoint on the daily chart. There's just not much you can do. It's one big green candle. There's no pattern you can make out of this. There's no divergence anymore. The divergence already played out. So yes, you can go on to lower time frames. Again, if I'm not even going to pull up the tweet, you can just go look at my Twitter. But it was pretty much consolidating here in this triangle pattern towards the end of the day. And I put out a tweet right over here. All I said was, looks like we could get a breakout soon, something along those lines. It could have went to either side, but it ended up breaking out to the upside. And then you got the continuation into the close, and then you went all the way up after hours to like 2380. Yeah, about 2380. So who knows what pre-market holds tomorrow? I'm just giving you context on Clover. All right, if Clover just continues going insane, the shorts just keep getting squeezed, the next Fibonacci level is $28.85. That is the 4.236, the final fib node from that drop down we had in the end of April to the kind of middle of May. That's the final Fibonacci level. After that, you do have the 2618 of the major correction, which if it breaks 28, we'll talk about it then. But that's literally not even at the moon. That's at like Jupiter. So we'll see. Obviously, you also have the psychological levels, 25, 30, 35. Even $20 as a support. And if we zoom back into the chart on Clover, this is a 5-minute chart. Again, lower time frames equals less probabilities on your technicals, but this is kind of your support area. Where you were consolidating today for about 2 hours is your new support. That's really all you have at this level. You were consolidating around like $19 to $20. It's also a psychological area, $20 obviously. So that's really the only support you could think of, right? If you zoom out on the daily and you want like an actual real daily support, it's your previous all-time high at 17. So yeah, Clover, I did not hold from the bottom to now. I definitely didn't, but I've made a lot of day trades on Clover since $7 to now, and it's made hundreds of percents, especially in options. So I'm still happy with everything. It was crazy today. It was crazy. Cheddar Freeze is saying X-Ray in the Discord spotted a bearish crab on the weekly. We can take a look at that. Just go out to the weekly right now. A bearish crab has to be something like this. And then the PCZ, I mean, it did get a little bit past the 1618 from X to D, but yeah, it kind of was like a bearish crab on the weekly. It still kind of is. But we'll see, with everything that's going on, all the hype around it, we'll see what happens. You never know. So final note on Clover, make sure to hit that like button, by the way, if you're enjoying the stream. We need just one more like to hit 30 likes. Also subscribe to the stream. And for the people who are new to the stream, because I know we got some new people in the stream tonight, we got 57 people in here. I chart every single weeknight, and I put out trades for free. I put out premium trades. We have a full Discord. If you want to join the Discord, the link is in the description with 1,800 people. People you could talk to. There's a lot of educational resources in the Discord if you want to learn how to trade like I have learned. And there's like free bots that literally cost $1,500 a year. There's so much. All the links are in the description. Thank you for all the support. Thank you for the 30 likes. Final note on Clover. It's going insane. Who knows where this will end, how this will end, when this will end. I don't know. I don't like making up BS, as a lot of other people do on the internet. and saying random price targets just to get followers. I just show you levels. I'm just conveying a message to you. I'm not calling for anything. I'm not being a moon boy. I'm not being a short. I'm observing the chart with all of you, and I'm giving you the levels I'm looking at. And yeah, that's Clover. Insane. I can't even believe the volume today. I mean, wow. 700 million volume. What? Another $30 tip. Nerve, thank you. Oh my gosh. This is such a good week. Thank you all so much. Like, I can't even believe it. Nerve, $30 donation. So glad to be a part of the FTM. Let's go. Using notes from the one-on-one classes earlier this year with Champ has paid off very well. Glad to hear that. Thank you so much for the 30. Let's get vibes in the chat for Nerve. All right, let's get some vibes in the chat. We are not doing ticker requests just yet. We're going to do them probably in about 20 minutes or something. I still have a lot more to cover. So yeah, keep hitting that like button. Let's get some vibes in the chat. We're going to talk about Fisker after we talk about some other stocks. Okay, I have a lot to talk about. All right, I'm sorry if I'm not really reading the chat too much right now. There's just so much that is going on. I can't believe it. Futures, by the way, are relatively flat. They're up a little bit, but there's just a lot going on right now. Thank you for the 37 likes. Thank you for the vibes in the chat. I'm probably going to say thank you 1,000 times this stream. I know. What else? Besides from Clover, and you know, what else? What could be the next Clover? As people were saying, what could be the next AMC about a week ago, which happened to be Clover? Well, we did see some sympathy moves today. We saw lots go up 29%. We were looking at lots, I think, last night on stream, and all I really said was you need to get back above 643. It got back above 643. It went all the way up to 767 after hours. It broke out of this falling wedge. Where did all of this start? This is why we use technical analysis. Where did this all start? At the PCZ of a bullish deep crab. Before any hype, before any FOMO, before any Wall Street bets, it was at the PCZ of a bullish crab, and that's exactly what reversed. This is a real pattern. You can Google it if you don't believe me. It got to the exact Fibonacci 3618 pretty much, and boom, then the hype came in. I mean, for the people who've been here for a while, we know what these can do, right? So many times you have a major harmonic pattern appear, and then 2 weeks later a catalyst comes out. That's just like, it's been the theme this whole year. It's just insane. Like, if you remember, it happened on QS. Over here we had great technicals. It obviously happened not even once but twice on Fisker. You know, I was super bullish on Fisker when I put out that alert in October at 9. A bunch of catalysts came out and went crazy. I was super bullish on Fisker a month ago when it was at $10 because of this bullish butterfly, and boom, a month later it's now up 80% since then. You can't be surprised, right? It's just a common theme that keeps happening. When the fundamentals and the technicals line up, it can lead to insane things like this Fisker trade, which went up 80% in a month. We're going to get to Fisker in a few minutes. I just want to continue talking about these potential sympathy plays. We already saw lots go up 30%. For the people who know me, I'm not one to ever tell you to FOMO. That's not my type of trading style. I like getting in before the big moves happen. As a swing trader, as a day trader, there's obviously a lot of opportunities if you zoom into the charts, but I can't even do that right now because it all depends on what happens tomorrow morning at the open. So I'll do that in the Discord. The link's in the description. Just looking at lots here, anything above 643 is bullish. That's your major area. You gapped up above it, or you gapped up right under it, and then you went above it during the day. And it even back tested the breakout of this wedge, which is kind of cool. If this can hold above 643, the next level is $8. D with the 1111 donation. Let's go. I think this is my 11th one. So 11 donations, right? You've sent 11 donations worth 1111. Is that what you're saying? I remember there's been a lot. Thank you very much. Like I said before, we appreciate the free education and transparency you've gifted us with. Randomly found your Discord on the second day of this year, and it feels like a blessing. That was like one of the first days the Discord even opened. So you've been here since the beginning. Thank you so much for all the tips you've sent and for the very kind messages. Let's get vibes in the chat for D. Thank you all for the tips. I mean, you guys are the best, all of you. Again, for the people dropping tickers in the chat, I'm just going to go over things for maybe another 20 minutes. And then after I finish going over everything I want to talk about, I'll do ticker requests and I'll look at charts for all of you. But if you drop a ticker in the chat right now, I'm probably not going to be able to read it. So, and also Thornbush in the chat, shout out to my homie. He's been here since before anybody else in this chat. And I can promise you that he's been like literally the first supporter of everything I'm doing. So shout out to Thornbush. Discord link doesn't work. Can we have a mod drop the Discord link in the chat, please? I need to probably put a new Discord link in my description. Moving on from lots, let's talk about Rocket. Okay, Rocket went to $22.29 after hours. There's a gap fill on Rocket at $22.65. There's a gap to fill. Now, I was bullish on Rocket down over here. If you're a premium member, you know that. You know I was bullish over here. You know I was talking about it in this range when it was reclaiming it. You know about this already. You knew about this more than 10% ago, okay? But at this point, again, am I ever going to tell you to buy a stock after it goes up, you know, 30%, you know, like just like that? No. And do I ever tell you to buy anything? No, that's not what I do. I'm not one of those people who just, you know, tells you to FOMO into things. Just showing you levels. Again, I know I usually cover things that are more consolidating, but this is the market we have right now. And we're looking at Rocket. It somehow after hours broke this level, this previous support at $22, and also the 200-day moving average would just appear on the chart. It broke that level. And if it can hold above $22 tomorrow, I mean, sheesh, yes, you still have the $23 resistance from over here and over here, but then it's room to 24. In terms of support though, that's where it kind of gets tricky, how you would manage your risk here, because your support on Rocket really is around like $19.50, and it's around $22 now, so that's like over a 10% risk. So again, it's typically not my type of trade. I'm not going to swing trade Rocket. Maybe I'll day trade it if it gives me a nice move on the low time frame charts, but again, I need to look at the charts during the market hours tomorrow. So I'm just trying to cover everything that's going crazy in the market. I'm not telling you to buy or sell anything. I'm just giving you levels on charts for all of you that trade in your own ways. I'm not telling you how to trade. I'm not telling you not how to trade. Just, you know what I do. I just try and show you technicals. That's it. Another one we covered Clover, Lots, Rocket. Finally, UWMC, it went up to 964 after hours, which is pretty much the 200-day moving average almost. This one's really interesting. It's breaking above this important level, which is like $9.20. It was your low over here. It was your candle high over here. And if we go over to the 1 hour, it's been like this little resistance for a whole entire week in an ascending triangle. This one's looking pretty interesting. And it's kind of interesting. I know I just said it like 3 times. Does anybody remember the stream where I said literally like 20 times in a row? I'm not the best speaker, but on UWMC, not only, I think it reportedly has a short interest of about like 20%, which is kind of on the low end of being able to squeeze it, but it's still relatively higher than most stocks. And it's breaking above a level, and it's a potential sympathy for Clover, and it's a potential sympathy for Rocket. Why is it a potential sympathy for Clover? Because it's another SPAC that got super crushed, and that's moved very similar to Clover. How similar do these charts look? Okay, this is UWMC. Let me just delete this for a second. This is Clover before the pump, right? How similar do those charts look? I'm showing you the charts. They look pretty similarly in my opinion. Let me put that all back, all these random lines. Technicals, ew. I'm joking. But on UWMC, we'll see what happens. It's another one I'm watching. Again, if it breaks over 10, there's, just like I said on Clover, like it had a lot of room. If this gets over 10, there's room to 1170. That's your next resistance on the daily. So crazy. Yeah, I know I'm getting clowned in the chat right now. But yeah, those are just some potential sympathies. Again, trade at your own risk. Please manage your risk, and good luck to everybody. But there's still so much to talk about. We got to talk about Fisker. All right, we got to talk about my favorite company, which obviously I have like 2 or 3 videos on my channel on. We've covered it pretty much like 90% of streams that I've done in the past 7 or 8 months. I love Fisker, and yesterday it actually hit the second target of the trade for a 65% profit, but it's just insane. I told you last night on stream, if this thing gets above 17, next resistance is 18.14. It literally went right up to 18.14 during the day, and then it went up more after hours. Neutron Flux Labs 28 with an $8 donation. All of you watching, join the Discord, join the FTM, get a taste, join the premium. The education will enable you to change your life. Neutron Flux Labs, I don't think there's anybody who's ever given me more testimonials than you. So first off, thank you for all the testimonials you've given me. Definitely helps out so much. Thank you for the $8. Thank you for all the tips you sent me. Let's get some vibes in the chat for Neutron Flux Labs 28 for the $8 donation. Really appreciate you. Hope you're doing well. Actually, I think you're doing pretty well. We were talking earlier in the Discord. I know you've been eating real good food like you were saying in the chats. But yeah, thank you very much. Fisker. It was alerted at $10.30 around like May 12th or May 13th. This is on my TradingView page. It's time stamped. I don't make these things up. Everybody here can vouch for that. You know, I'm not one of the people who just says, oh, I alerted it here. Like literally the new people in the stream, I timestamp everything I'm talking about, all the trades I put out. This was a free alert. Anybody could have taken it. Right over here, my last alert on Fisker. The day was May 12th. It was $10. This was the entry. The targets were $14.22 and $17. Let's hit the play button. Pretty much went right up to the targets. And that's a 65% trade. And if you were in options, this was probably on most options over 1000% profit. Unless you went like way out. But sheesh, Fisker, let's talk about it. It's overbought on the RSI on the daily. We've come from the bottom of the RSI all the way to the top of the RSI. So very big move on the RSI. Could it keep going? It's done crazier moves before. It did it over here when I put out the initial trade on Fisker. That's where kind of all this started. And if it breaks 1814, which it did after hours, if it holds above that tomorrow at the open, that's like where it's in crazy land. Every time this has gotten above $18, it's pretty much gone crazy. It went crazy over here, it went crazy over here, it went crazy over here. The only time that it did have like a fake out was just over here for a couple of days. But the reason it had that fake out, well, a few reasons, but one of the reasons it was called a backup. That is a part of a Wyckoff accumulation pattern where you kind of have like a fake breakout and then you flip your previous resistances into a support, and then eventually catalyst came out. If you were in this Wyckoff trade back in January, you know how awesome it was. I wouldn't stop talking about it. It was the steel wall of support, all the things that Wyckoff traders look for, and it went insane, right? So if it gets back above that level, there's no way to know what could be next. I mean, yeah, you could chart every single little resistance that's made, sure. You know, 21 to 23 bucks. But just remember, the RSI is overbought, and this is up 80% since the alert. Thank you for all the new subscribers tonight. We're on the way to 2,500 subscribers. We're about 40 subscribers away, so if you're not subscribed to the stream, help us hit that huge milestone. Thank you for the almost 50 likes. This might be the fastest we've ever gotten 50 likes. The support right now is just insane, and honestly, I'm really grateful for that, because just a few weeks ago, things were very different in here. About 2 weeks ago on the stream, maybe 3 or 4. Now, about a month ago on the stream, I remember there was one stream I had about 10 people watching. The market was doing horribly. All the growth stocks and the SPACs and the EVs were pretty much at their lowest points since like probably last summer. I'm sure you all remember how ugly a lot of stocks were in the last few months. Obviously that directly affects, my viewership and everything, but thank you for all the people who stuck with me. For those 10 people, the 10 people who were watching a month ago, they probably made the most amount of money, because I was like literally screaming on the stream that all of these growth stocks looked bullish and nobody wanted to hear what I had to say. And now 3 weeks later, we're actually hitting targets of trades that I put out 3 weeks ago. So thank you to all the real ones, and to all the new people joining. Thank you for giving me a shot. Sheesh, let's just cover the ongoing trades, and after I finish covering the ongoing trades, we're going to do ticker requests. I'm just going to look at charts for all of you. Don't type in tickers yet, because I'm not ready for them. Still got a lot to talk about, and I also still want to read the chat. So thank you for the 50 likes. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. Check out the links in the description. If you want to send me a tip, that is the pin chat. Thank you for all the tips tonight. The FTM is the best. QS, I alerted this last Monday. This trade is currently up about 18% since the alert. It's just testing this resistance area. It's been testing it for 2 days now. If it can break above 31 bucks, I think it's going to hit the first target of the trade pretty easily. There's just no resistance until 33, 34, which is the first target. Just got to break over this resistance. Still looks fine. For whatever reason, apparently everybody got in on the HUIA trade. Everybody's been asking me, how do you think HUIA looks? I've been getting so many DMs about it. Maybe it's just because it's one of the only trades that it's been doing nothing when all the other trades were just running. But so many people were asking me about this one. It finally did something for all of you who are in it. It went up 10% today. So this trade's now up 9% because it was down 1% yesterday. Yeah, it had the highest daily candle close since like May 6th and May 7th. So highest daily candle close. There's not much resistance until the first target of the trade. Great day today. I don't know if there was a catalyst. I believe actually Kathy Wood like sold some of this yesterday. Sorry about that, Kathy. And then yeah, volume came in today, had a nice move. Trades up 10%, added to the list. LVS back at the entry. You just got to hold the 200-day moving average. I'm almost done. Okay, for all the people who are like, what is he doing right now? I'm just going over the ongoing trades. I put out trade alerts for everybody. I'm just going over the ongoing ones. LVS is still at the entry. I don't know. This one's being weird. It's above the 200-day moving average for now. SPG, it already hit the first target for a 10% gain. It actually got above 134. So we'll see if we can keep going. NVIDIA got so close to the third target of the trade. Currently, NVIDIA is up about 24% since my alert around like the middle of May. Really got close to the third target, the 1618 fib extension. We'll see if it gets there. Anybody? Was anybody in this? Was anybody in this one? THCB. This trade did nothing for like 2 weeks, and then it woke up. I think there was catalyst today. It hit both targets of the trade and went even higher. This was a 20% trade in about a few weeks. It took some patience. It took a lot of patience because it was literally doing nothing. Not only did you have to wait for 3 weeks, also you had to watch this thing do absolutely nothing for like the first week of the trade. It woke up like a lot of other stocks. And if you didn't even take the profits at the second target, you're now up like 30%. So there's that. We already talked about Fisker, PGRE, not much to talk about there. And that recaps a very, very wild day. If you missed out on the beginning of the stream, please remember everything I said about the S&P. If this thing really does, have the bearish divergence confirm and it really does pull, this can affect a lot of the stocks that you're in. That's why I am not really putting out that many swing trades. I've only put out one swing trade this week. So, I'm just getting in, getting out, taking my day trades, playing the ones that are looking hot during the day. And until we get better swing trade opportunities, I have no problem waiting. And you should not either. If you were in on the last month of trades, you should have no problem waiting for new trades because we just banked, right? That was probably the best week ever. After this for the last 3 weeks, it's going to take patience to get these types of setups that allow you to get these types of profits, right? It's going to take some time. Let things cool down a little bit. Make your money however you want to make your money. Boom, that's the daily recap. How long did that take me? It took me about half an hour to cover everything today. Usually only takes me 15 minutes, so it was a very interesting day. If you are a premium member, the options have been doing pretty nice for the past 2 or 3 weeks. I remember we had the BABA calls, the Tesla calls, the GameStop calls that ran 1,000% eventually, the Baidu calls. We had the Clover calls like 3 or 4 different times. Now we got some new calls that are up. Sheesh. The options trades have been insane. On top of the swing trades, the options trades have been crazy. There it is. Neutron Flux Labs in the chat. Options on premium vibes for real. But here's the deal now. All right, we've covered everything I wanted to talk about. If you want to join Premium Alerts, the link for that's in the description, or just watch the streams. However you want to support, feel free to support. Thank you for even just watching the streams. I really appreciate all of you so much. We're going to do ticker requests in like 2 or 3 minutes. I just want to read the chat. I haven't really looked at the chat too much because I've just been talking nonstop. Let me read the chat for like 2 or 3 minutes, talk to you all. After I finish reading the chat, we're going to do ticker requests. If you put a ticker in the chat right now, I'm not going to look at it. Like I always say on my streams, wait till I say we're starting to take requests and then we'll do it, just for organization reasons. Otherwise, it's going to take me forever to scroll all the way up to the top of the chat and find every ticker that everybody posted. So just wait till I'm ready, and I promise I'm going to give you my all. So let's chill out for like 1 or 2 minutes. Let me catch my breath and we'll get back into the charts. How high do you think Fisker will go? Fisker is my favorite stock. It depends on how long you're talking about. I truly believe, and this is not financial advice, I've done a lot of due diligence on the company. I truly believe that one day, I don't know when, I believe that this is a $100 stock one day. I've said it before, I'll say it a million times over. You can call me crazy. I have no problem with it. We've made a ton of money off Fisker, under $30 just trading it. So who knows what we can make if it ever, breaks that and turns into a long-term runner. Which, in my opinion, it can. But I can be wrong, and I'm fine if I'm wrong. I'm not worried about being wrong. Let's see. Have a good one, Jeff. I'm just reading the chat right now. Shout out to all those contributing to the Discord. Absolutely. Shout out Cheddar Freeze, Neutron, Guy in Hat, Steven, everybody. That was from Barasan, but everybody in the Discord, shout out. I'm just still reading the chat. Let me just finish reading this chat, and then we'll do ticker requests. JJ says, you're the first person I've seen on YouTube that showed me Fisker. Hope that's worked out for you. I think it definitely should have if you took the trades. Yeah, hopefully some people stick around after eventually things go back to not so great. But it's all about cycles, just like the market. You know, my stream is 100% correlated to how things are doing, but that's fine. That's what I signed up for, and I'm always happy with however many people are in the stream. But obviously, to have over 50 in the stream is amazing. So thank you. All right, and I think that's most of the chat. Looks like I missed a little bit. Neutron Flux Lab says, told wifey about what I made trading in the FTM Discord. She frantically made dinner and put kids to bed, mumbled something about finding bedroom shoes. Now telling me to come to bed. See you tomorrow. Have a good one, Neutron Flux Labs. Joel says, just became a premium member. You sold me on it. Want to feel the call vibes. If you were a member before, if you signed up before, like, when did I put out the new one? I put out a new alert today. If you saw it and you took it, you're in profit right now. That's all I'm gonna say on the new option. I don't know if you like literally just signed up like during the stream, because then obviously you missed out, but there's always going to be more. And yeah, I think that's most of the chat. Thank you for the almost 60 likes. Again, check out all the links in the description whenever you have time. Check out the free trading course on my channel. In my opinion, it's the best free trading course on YouTube. It literally covers everything. Well, not everything, but a lot of things that you need to know as a trader from beginner to advanced. It's under playlists on my channel. Shout out Thornbush, the MVP in the chat. That's my duo. Call of Duty homie, real life homie. Well, I mean, I've never met him, but you're the homie, Thornbush. You know that. All right. We're going to do a meetup. I told you, bro, come down to Miami when I'm going there this summer. But yeah, let's do ticker requests. I'm ready to go. If you want me to take a look at the ticker, drop it in the chat. And yeah. Also, I know everything's going crazy, but just remember, and I'm telling you this ahead of time before you type in your tickers, I'm telling you this right now. If you request something that was up 4,000% today, or just something that went up crazy today, there's not many technicals I can give you on the daily time frame, right? When something is a straight line up or a straight line down, you can't create patterns and divergence and all those things on the daily. So if I skip your chart, if I say I don't know, it's okay. Don't be emotional as a trader. I'm going to skip a lot of charts, I'm telling you right now. But whenever I see something that's worth noting based on true technical analysis, I'll mention it, all right? Because some people get mad when there's literally nothing for me to talk about on the chart. They want me to like make up things. I'm not going to make up things. Also, I got something else to talk about. I don't know if you've been watching and just not chatting, but that's the first time I've seen Print headshots in the chat in some time. Very quietly making a appearance in the chat. Hope you're doing well, Print. All right, let's get to it. It's really hot. I need to put on my fan, and then we're just gonna look at charts for probably the next hour. So take out your notebooks. It's time for charting. All right, let me type in all these tickers. I know everybody's talking about Wish, so we'll look at it. Let me drop all these tickers in my watch list. CLVS also has a pretty high short interest. TRCH. Roll Tide, Alabama. That's what's up. Have a good one, Neutron. Also, is the volume good? Is the music good? Let me know. If you ever want me to change the music, just let me know. I just picked a random playlist on Spotify. And I can play any music. I don't care if I get copyrighted. Well, if there's a YouTube mod watching this, sorry. Where is it? FRX. Yeah, we got some hype coming in, or some vibes coming in for Print. Microsoft, SRAC. I'm just so happy today. It's just been such a good week. It's been such a good 3 weeks. AHT's been going insane. Jim Cramer talked about it today. Obviously, a lot of other people on Twitter have been talking about it since much lower price it is. If I missed a ticker, you know, I'm sorry. There's a lot of tickers. I'm probably going to miss a couple. Just remind me in the chat if I missed it, but I'm trying to type in as many as I see. PHUN. RESN. What's up, Scrooge? How you doing? All right. We're gonna start off WHO. Oh, that wasn't a ticker. You meant like who? Oh, we're gonna start off with SoFi for print. All right, SoFi. Oh my gosh. I was looking at SoFi this morning. It put in a big move in the final hour of the day, which I just realized. I was looking at SoFi earlier today. There's been some rumors about it having a higher short interest. Obviously, this used to be IPOE. Recently merged. I was looking at this literally in the afternoon, and I was thinking about maybe getting into a trade just because of the short interest and all the hype around highly shorted stocks. I just didn't because it wasn't the most technical setup, honestly. All you really had was a support. You didn't really have a pattern or divergence, and you still don't. So in terms of like how I usually trade, this is usually something I don't trade. But again, if you're a premium member, you know that recently I've been trading some things that I usually don't in the past few days just because that's where the money is. And obviously it's been doing pretty well if you're in premium. But on SoFi, it's really, and I talked about this a couple nights ago, you know, $20 is where it kind of is at. That's like your major support on the daily time frame. It used to be a resistance. Once you broke it, you actually came all the way back down to flip it into a support, which is pretty strong. And your resistance is just 24.69 from that previous high on February 16th, the previous high on January 20th. And you even topped out there, I think was June 2nd last week? Yeah, it was. So, you know, next resistance is 25. I want to see if this did anything after hours. It went up 5% after hours. So it broke that after hours, went to 25.17. I mean, honestly, yeah, you have that previous all-time high resistance, but at this point, I'd say I'd probably just use Fibonacci from your high last week to the low this week and then extend it. Your next Fibonacci level is the 1618, right at around 27.83. And after that, you have the 2618 at around 32.70. So that's SoFi. Not the most technical setup, but there's a lot of fundamental hype around this and also a lot of people chatting about the short interest on Twitter and such. Yeah, let me keep going. Wish, everybody was talking about this one today. What's going on with Wish? Is it another highly shorted stock? There was classic bullish divergence on the daily. I believe somebody recently asked me about Wish. To whoever that was, I really hope you made money. Congratulations. Kind of looks like Lots, honestly, where it had that previous double bottom. Like, look, if we look up at Lots, right, you could see it had that previous double bottom. It gapped down, and then today it gapped back over that. Same exact thing happened, or not same, pretty similar thing happened on Wish. It was obviously up 50% today. I can look at the after. I'm gonna have to look at the after hours for like everything because after hours was wild as well. Oh my gosh, what's happening? Thank you for all the new subs. This went up another 30% after hours to $15.10. So went up over there. In terms of like Fibonacci levels, I don't know. I don't think this is Wish, the website. Correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, for Fibonacci, I'd probably use, what are you doing? This high over here to the low, and it came up to 1510. So it's pretty much already hit those levels. If you're looking for Fibonacci extensions, your 1272 is 1750, and your 1618 is $20. But you do have horizontal areas you can look at as well. So you're at 1510. Oh my gosh, this is an important level, 1747 on Wish. It used to be your low on December 31st, and it's also the 1272 Fibonacci extension from this high down to the all-time low. So 1750 is kind of the equivalent to like 1320 on Clover, if you remember how important, if you remember how important this 1320 level was that I talked about last night on the stream. That's pretty much the equivalent to that. So yeah, that's Wish. Obviously not my type of trade typically. I'm not really one who gets in after a 50+% move. I like getting into the chiller names, you know, the ones that make the nice 10-15% moves and stuff like that. What? Somebody's spamming tickers? I don't know. But MOSY, another one that's going crazy. Again, on a lot of these things that I've already ran, there's not many technicals to talk about. There is no divergence here. There's no pattern here. If you're mad at me for saying that, that is literally a fact. No pattern and no divergence on the daily. There was divergence, right? Down over here, there was literally divergence off the 200-day moving average at a major historical area. This was literally your technical indicator. And I'm not just saying that in hindsight. These are real technicals that I talk about all the time. Right over here, and then what happened? Boom. So, you know, at this point, I don't know anything about the company. If it's just going off of momentum, it just depends on how long the hype lasts. And I'm probably going to say that about a lot of tickers tonight. For the people spamming multiple tickers, I'm just going to keep it to like one ticker per person for now, for time purposes and to make it fair. So, ENG, maybe it's a bullish bat. Pretty close to a bullish bat pattern on ENG. A little bit of classic bullish divergence if you ignore these little like 2 islands. It's up to you. They actually are kind of real, so I'm not too sure. But it's already pivoted off of the PCZ. It's just messing around with the 200-day moving average now. If it can break above that, the next resistance is like 382. In terms of support, I'd probably say 264. That's just like a little mini support. If we zoom in, you can see it's like right around over here. That little support is creating. Let me try and go a little bit quicker because I know we have a lot of tickers to get to. Keep hitting that like button, hit that subscribe button. Check out the links in the description. MGNI, I guess your support is 31.34 from that previous resistance it had. It was even a candle high on January 14th. Next resistance is, honestly, next resistance is like $37 from these candle lows and this candle low. That's about it. Yeah. Again, also remember, technicals are never certainties. They're just probabilities. Nothing I say is financial advice. CLVS, pretty interesting. It's breaking out of this downsloping channel, falling wedge. There's triple classic bullish divergence on the daily. This has a higher short interest than most stocks. If it can break this 200-day moving average, there's room to like $6 to $6.50 for sure. I've been keeping an eye on this one. That's all I'm gonna say. And yeah, we'll see what happens. Up 5% today. TRCH, rounding bottom, no divergence. If it breaks above 341, that even used to be a support back in 2014. If it breaks that level, I mean, really 478, I mean, like 480, there's not much. You have a small, yeah, you do have a resistance at 398 from these highs in 2011 and these highs in 2014. So you have $4 and then 480. In terms of support on the daily, you're miles above support. That's just what happens when you run straight up. It's not easy to create actual strong supports. Just the fact of the matter with daily technicals. If we zoom into the 1 hour, sure, but that can change literally tomorrow morning. YGMZ, I guess it's above 4. That's good. There's no divergence on the MACD. Maybe this could turn into a double bottom. There is a gap to fill around $7. You have a resistance at 536. If you break that, then you have 569. If you break that, then you got 630. All right, those are all your levels, and your support is $4. So not the best reward to risk. Definitely a better area to enter. Doesn't look like the most technical trade ever. Baidu. This is a bullish Gartley, classic bullish divergence. I'd like to really see this get back above the 200-day moving average for sure. It broke under that 200-day moving average. I would definitely want to see it get back above it. Otherwise, 177 is your next support. So keep that all in mind. What else? Did I miss any? I know I missed a lot in the chat. Sorry. I'm just trying to get through a lot of these charts right now. We still have so many more to go before I reload my watch list. BRQS, it's making a move. We looked at this last week on stream. I charted it for all of you live. Right down here. I mean, it's testing this resistance. That first resistance I talked about at 103, it's just testing it. If it breaks it, your next resistance is the 200-day moving average. If you break the 200-day moving average, then it's 144. In terms of your support, it's 88 cents. That's your support. right? Historically, that's your support level. NAKD, it's trying to get back above 78 cents. That's good. If this can really get back above 78 cents, I mean, it's pretty, you know, wild in these areas. It does have room to $1.10. You just gotta hold 78 cents and you're right at it. LTHM, definitely better entry areas. It's in between support and resistance. There's not much I can do on this one, apologies, but it's just the truth in terms of technicals on the daily time frame. Keep hitting that like button. I don't know if we can get to 70 likes. I don't remember the last time we hit 70 likes on the stream, probably like 2 months ago. If it's possible, that would be amazing, but you've already shown so much support tonight, so thank you so much, for real. LAC, it pretty much reverses the PCC of a bullish bat. It's already running, it's approaching a resistance area. If it breaks the resistance area, it could keep going to the next resistance. If it can't break it, your support's the 200-day moving average. You have a small support at 1553, and you tell how fast I'm talking right now. You won, not a technical trade. After something goes from $4 to $19, it is not a technical trade on the daily. This is just a hype momentum play. It's not my personal trading style. If it's yours, that's your choice. I see problem with the Discord. Is there a limit? I see 250 online. There shouldn't be a problem with the Discord, and there definitely, yeah, there might be 250 people online, but there's 1,800 like in the Discord. It's just probably 1,600 are offline right now. If you ever have any questions, like not about, I mean, I guess you could message me about charts, but if you ever have any questions about like the Discord or premium alerts or how I, you know, run my channel or just any questions about anything that I'm currently doing, just DM me on Twitter. Anybody can DM me at Champion Vibe and I'll answer your question. That's like the best place to do it because there's a good chance I'll miss it during the stream. So if you have like a question about like the function of the Discord or my Twitter or my YouTube or whatever, just DM me at Champion Vibe on Twitter. It's always on the bottom left of your screen. But yeah, you won. There's not much I can do here at this point. I'm sorry. That's just based on how I trade. There's not much I can do there. I don't know. Gray, also based on how I trade, there's not much to be done here. There's not really a historical support here. There's no pattern. There's no divergence. I just don't really see anything on the chart. And you have to realize that's okay. That doesn't mean this thing is going to go down. It doesn't mean it's going to go up. It just means I don't know, right? And that's okay. MRVL, yeah, it actually gapped up over the resistance that we've been talking about. And where did it go? It went to the next resistance. It closed a little bit under it. If it can really get back above 51.26, the next resistance is 54. Your support is now your previous supply line. This green line is now your support. FRX, it looks like it's breaking out of like this little consolidation range it's been in. It broke out today. In terms of next resistance, I mean, it really dumped quickly, so not many, you know, resistances were made. I guess you have one around $12. That's probably your next resistance. Your support is now $10 because you broke over it. Microsoft, I was going to put out a trade on, well, it was on the watch list going into, I think I gave this to the premium members on the watch list like last week or something. Hidden bullish divergence, upsloping channel, back tested a previous all-time high as a support with the bullish pin bar. It's up a little bit. It's been making, it pulled back today, but it made a nice move on Friday and on Monday. This could turn into a bearish harmonic, probably. Yeah, this could turn into a bearish Gartley. It gets up to the 786 and pulls there. We'll see what happens. Just got to hold above 245 in my opinion. Anything above 245 in my opinion is bullish on Microsoft in general, regardless of like the low time frame bearish setups. We'll see how they play out. SRAC, I'm just going to clear up this chart. It tried to break over 1250, this little resistance that's shown a couple times, and it was a support at one point. It failed to do that today. If it can break above 1250 for real, next resistance is around 1350, and then after that your 200-day moving average. After 200-day moving average, $16.80. In terms of your major support, it's $10, right? No pattern, kind of bullish divergence on the MACD on the daily. CYIO, I like how it's trying to hold that 200-day moving average. All you gotta do is continue to close above it. There is classic bullish divergence on the daily. Kind of looks like a little bit of a falling wedge is going on over here. Might be breaking out of the falling wedge. You have a resistance at 32 cents. You have a resistance at 25 cents. You have a support pretty much from 15 to 16 cents is your support. but the divergence is implying and the breakout is implying that it should be time to go. You just got to hold above the 200-day moving average on CYIO. XL. This was the trade that I never put out. Definitely wish I did because it would have been amazing. At this point on XL, very similar stock to Clover, not in terms of what the actual stock is, but just the fact that it used to be a SPAC and it got demolished. It got demolished even way worse than Clover got demolished. Probably, I don't know if there's, well, Nikola did go from like 90 bucks all the way back down, but this is one of the worst performing SPACs historically, if I'm not mistaken. Although we did have some great trades when this was PIC on this side of the, as Mitch Ray would call it, on this side of the fence. Just obviously, you know, using Mitch Ray's terms, this is like the other side of the fence now. So we'll see if it's trying to create a new trend. Kind of looks like that. What's that thing? What's like that? It's like the Wall Street cheat sheet that everybody posts on Twitter. Do you know what I'm talking about? This actually kind of looks like that. Let me try and pull it up. I probably could find it. Does anybody know what I'm talking about? Yeah, I found it. This thing kind of looks like this. So we'll see how it goes. It looks like it maybe could be in this area, I hope. I don't know how much research has gone into that chart though. Definitely not how I use technicals. But yeah, I mean, in the short term, it just went from 550 to $9, so it's almost doubled. After this inverse head and shoulders, which was why I wanted to enter it at 750. I don't know. I don't even know how I fumbled this trade. I just kind of did. It was up 11% today. Helion was also up 11% today. A lot of these, you know, SPACs that got crushed are coming out of the ranges after making double bottoms with classic bullish divergence on the daily. If you were watching the stream last week, you cannot say I did not bring this up. I did bring this up last week and the week before. This is nothing new over here. We talked about the double bottom, we talked about the bullish divergence, and now, boom, there it goes, alongside a lot of other X SPACs. AHT's been going insane. It broke over that choppy area. You know, this was the choppy area I was talking about between $5.30 and $6. It kind of pulled back at it the first time around, but only to kind of create a bull flag over here. And I think there was like 1 hour hidden bullish divergence. Yeah, there was. With 1 hour hidden bullish divergence. I literally noticed this after it happened because I didn't look at the 1 hour chart, but it pretty much had a crazy run, put in a bull flag, made 1 hour hidden bullish divergence, and then it ran again today and it broke out of the zone. I think after hours it went up even more. Yeah, it went up to $7.11 after hours. At $7.11, which is like right there, there's not much resistance until 850. So at the price where it closed after hours, your next resistance is 850. Just look left, and your support is $6 on the daily. If you zoom in on the 1 hour, you could probably find, you know, shorter term supports and resistances. PHUN. Let me just delete everything here. Looks like the bulls, you know, I've regained control back over the 200-day moving average. Next resistance is like 167. Support probably around 135, so kind of in between support and resistance, not much of a pattern. You did have divergence, it's already playing out. RESN had a fake out of it pretty much faked out over here, broke out to the downside, then it reclaimed over $3. Now it's running again. It's also reclaimed the 200-day moving average and back tested it as a support. It can hold above that. I'd say 413 is just the next resistance. After that, 446. After that, $5. And then your support is pretty much $3 to $3.18. Okay. Historically, that 296 level used to be a resistance. And then also in the short term, this 318 level has been your support before it popped. That's RESN. That was only the first round of tickers, and it probably took me about 15 minutes. So, sheesh. I don't know if I'm lagging right now, but I think I'm good. I think you'd be like saying in the chat if I was lagging, so I don't think I am. I don't even know how many more tickers we have. I'm trying my best to get to all of them. I don't know if we're going to be able to. I also don't even remember where I left off. We did AHT. I think RESN. I'm sorry, I know I'm going to miss some right here. I just can't get to all of them. Also, if you ever need a link to the Discord, it's in my Twitter bio, and my Twitter handles @ChampionVibe. I'm just trying to reload my watch list right now. I'm trying to keep it to 1 ticker per person. Boeing. That's like the same person. Geo. Palantir. You got it, Mike. Hope you're doing well. Brad says, I got a feeling we're going to wake up to CLOV trading at some stupid high price tomorrow in pre-market. We'll see what happens. I still have, a small amount of some Clover options. Just a small amount, nothing crazy. But if it goes crazy, I could make some decent, okay profit. And if it just dumps, it's not going to really affect me. So we'll see what happens. I'm just literally it's pretty much like a moon back. That's probably the best way to put it. Definitely had a larger position yesterday though. Kind of fumbled the bag a little bit there, but it's all good. Again, I'm sorry if I missed your tickers. I'm trying my best here. IBM. Yeah, the PIC trades were insane. That was probably one of my best trading streaks, if that makes sense. I think I went 4 for 4, 5 for 5 on PIC back in the day. It was crazy. CCIV, that's the same person. I'm trying to keep it to 1 ticker per person just for time concerns to try and make it fair. A lot of people are asking about IBM today, so that's interesting. Join the Discord, giveaway coming soon. It says try to freeze. Ray. All right. This is gonna be the final amount of tickers for the night. Make sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Thank you so much for the 73 likes. Thank you for all the tips. Thank you for all the new subscribers. Join the Discord. Rooster just dropped the link in the chat. The link's in the description. If you want to join Premium Alerts, nobody's forcing you to, but that's always in the description. Let me have some tea. Let me chill for 1 minute, and then we'll get back into the charting. I've been charting since 9 a.m. All right, so I've been charting. I mean, obviously I had lunch and I worked out, but I've been pretty much right here charting for 90% of the day since I woke up. So let me just get a 1 minute break. And then I gotta go to sleep, wake up at 9, and then do the same thing. But I love what I do, so I'm not complaining about it. I'm just saying I like to have my breaks as well. Just take a couple minutes off, get a breather. We're gonna look at IBM first because everybody's asking about that one. Yeah, wake up at 9. But I already have everything planned out. A lot of people do pre-market scanning. I do most of my scanning over the weekend. You might have seen that on the Sunday afternoon stream. So typically I do most of my scanning on the weekend. During the week I do some scanning. Sometimes I scan after the stream just for a little bit to find potential options trades and day trades. And then also I just look for things during the day while the market's open, and I'm just chilling in other trades with my take profits and stop losses set. We're playing COD tonight, and we're not playing. I have not touched an Xbox in 2 or 3 months. But I'd definitely be down to play Call of Duty this weekend. Hop back on. We could get Jordan. Who else? Starfall. Who else will we play with? Thornbush. I'm not playing Call of Duty tonight. The Xbox is in my brother's room. What else? I've been making my bed every single morning for the past 3 weeks. That is literally the only reason the trades have been doing so well and the market's been doing well as well. All right, just because I made my bed. Yo, Thorn, do not lie. Like, seriously, I know you like joking around. I know you like joking around and stuff and messing with me, but be serious. In Modern Warfare, was I nice with it? All right, was I nice with it in Modern Warfare? I'm pretty sure me and you like carried every single team we were on. Don't lie, Thorn, if you're still in the chat. I have some Call of Duty videos that are private on my channel. This channel right here used to be a Call of Duty channel before I put out stocks. But then when I made my free trading course, which was like the first thing I did on stocks on my channel, I made all those videos private. But if anybody ever wants a link to my Call of Duty videos, I made like a private playlist. I'll share the link with you. I don't care. Pretty nice with it. Yeah. I think we're gonna get back to the stocks. We'll see what we got here. Let's see what he said. I don't have a mixtape. This kid carried me. I can't believe you all took him from me. Hey, Thorn, I've told you. You ever want to get into this stuff, just hit me up. And yeah. DM me on Discord, the guy, and I'll send you the link to my Call of Duty videos. But I probably said a lot of bad words in them, so don't share that video with anybody or those videos. I have like a full playlist of just me playing COD. That's private. JD broke out of this like somewhat falling wedge. It's over 72 bucks. That used to be a support in September of last year. If it can hold above 72, it's fine. Your next resistance is like 80 bucks. So it is a pretty decent reward to risk. I think I might have been going over this in like a one-on-one call or something. You just gotta hold above 72. TAL. Yeah, COD does bring out the worst of us. It looks like it just kind of blew right past the PCZ of a bullish, kind of like a bullish cipher. I'm not even gonna look at this as a harmonic just because of how insane this stunt. What is this? Why did this asset just drop 60% in like under 2 months? You know, what's happening? There has to be something happening. It got back to an important level and it's trying to hold that. That's about 25.84 from this low over here. Sort of these lows as well from like right over. I have to really zoom in for you to see it, but like this low and then this low, and even like if we really zoom in, this little candle high or these candle highs. Just got to hold above 26. I mean, you probably, what did I just do? You probably have multiple gaps to fill just because of how nasty this has been. I mean, yeah, you have a gap right here at 29.38. I don't know. I'd probably wait for this to start making higher lows and higher highs before I would touch it, just because it's kind of like trying to catch a falling knife here. So, not too sure. THBR, it had a pretty nice pop today. Tried to get over the 200-day moving average, then pulled back a lot. This one, look at the volatility here. I mean, wow. Just from what, like 960 to like 1080. Doesn't look like that much, but considering it did nothing for like almost a month, it's getting volatile all of a sudden. It breaks the 200-day moving average. Just look at those previous highs as resistances: 1150, 1208, and so on. Boeing. Kind of like a cup and handle on Boeing. Yeah. Here's your cup. Maybe this is a handle. I mean, it could extend down further if it wants to. But, you know, Thomas Bulkowski always says that the more shallow the handle is, the more bullish it is. Actually, I don't want to say he said that for sure. I just kind of remember that from somewhere. It might just be from Mitch Ray, but let's just say I'm roughly quoting other people. I'm not quoting anybody for sure. I don't want to put words in people's mouths, but Boeing cup and handle, even I personally think when you have a shallower handle, it's just more bullish because it just pretty much means that the bears cannot bring down the price that much, right? So, yeah, on Boeing, you get above 260, you could probably see 278 again. Get above 278, you could probably see 292, and you have a gap fill after that to 303. So looks more bullish than bearish to me, as long as you hold over last week's lows. Even if you don't, eventually you can still make 4-hour hidden. You're gonna need your MACD to drop down more, so never mind. Cheddar Freeze just dropped a giveaway in the Discord. I think it's something really, really cool. So if you're not in the Discord, go join the Discord and then join the giveaway. Shout out to Cheddar Freeze. I mean, the amount of work that Cheddar Freeze, you know, puts into the Discord to helping everybody is insane. Thank you so much for everything you do. Good luck to everybody participating in that. Geo, this is also another highly shorted stock. Yeah, this one I believe is one of the highest shorted stocks in the market right now. I've been watching this one. We talked about it on stream, where on the weekly you have this bullish crab. It went to the PCZ of the harmonic, the 2618 from B to D, and now it's starting to bounce. It's also at the end of this falling wedge. There's also classic bullish divergence on the daily and the 4-hour. It's a really good technical chart, but like these are technicals that date back to 2016. So this could take a long time, you know what I'm saying? It's not the fastest moving stock. So maybe patience is required here, but in my opinion, anything above 5 is just, it's a pretty, not low risk area, but lower than it has been previously, right? And even, you know, $6 to 5 is a very big risk, but, you know, dollar cost averaging, scaling, and however you want to play it, or just don't. I'm not telling you to do anything. Palantir is next. Let me go back to the daily. Anything above 21 bucks is bullish in my opinion here. It's just probably making this like demand line kind of. It's really just like that. Just walking up. It's kind of like a ladder. I mean, that's really it. And it even is trying to break above this 24-21 level. So yeah, you just got to hold above these areas, and your next major resistance would probably be 27. After that, 30 bucks. On Palantir, yeah, keep hitting that like button. I will be genuinely surprised if we can hit 80 likes on this stream. Prove me wrong, but we'll see. Thank you already so much for the 74 likes. Really appreciate it. Keep hitting that subscribe button. If you're not subscribed to the channel, we're on the road to, we need about 30 more subscribers to hit 2,500 subscribers, which is, you know, definitely a really important milestone. So hit that subscribe button. Check out the links in the description. If you ever want to send me a tip, that's the pinned chat. I hope you're enjoying the stream. Yeah, dang, 80 likes. Is this February or something? Yeah, I mean, crazy how quickly things can change. I mean, just 2 or 3 weeks ago, I was sitting here in front of 10 people and probably like 10 likes on the stream. So, and again, you know, I never try to let those numbers affect me, but also like, you know, this is what I'm trying to do like with my life. So obviously it has to affect me at the end of the day. And I have to care about those things. So it's awesome to see all the support in the past couple of days, the past couple of weeks. And yeah. Palantir. We already talked about that. There we go. Thank you, Chris, for the subscription. We're on the road to 2,500. DraftKings, any day that it closes above the 200-day moving average, it'll show in a second. Any day above the 200-day moving average is a bullish day, in my opinion. Your next major resistance is $60. Your support is the 200-day moving average. It all did start here, which I talked about on stream. The PCZ of a bullish deep crab and a bullish bat lining up at the same price. I got into call options right over here. I shared it with the premium members. They went up like, I think they went up like 50% on like the same day or something. It was crazy. Maybe the day after. It's just been on a ride. And yeah, it's been moving very nicely. Charge point. I mean, it literally bounced off of this 1970 level 4 times, and I still never put out the trade. Like, how? I don't know. I was every single time I saw it bounce, I'm like, is it just range bound? Is it double bottoming? It was just so hard to tell, and eventually it just took off. So next resistance is 32.42. Support is 27. IBM, hidden bullish divergence on the daily. Next resistance is 153. Support is 145.58. That previous resistance. That's it. For everybody that wanted to see IBM, which was like 10 people, that's it. Hidden bullish divergence. It's bullish above 145. Next resistance is 153. Obviously, there was a much better area to enter when it was back testing a breakout at 140. And that's that. That's IBM. All right. This hidden bullish divergence implies a continuation to the upside. We'll see if it happens. SOS. Any day above the 200-day moving average is bullish in my opinion. It had a falling wedge. It broke out of the falling wedge with kind of just classic bullish divergence over here on the MACD. I would like to see some more volume though. Still very low volume. Could be setting up. Just got to get back above 380, that previous high in July of 2020. You break 380, there's not much resistance to like 472 if you can really hold above 380. Next one is gray. We looked at this one. There's not really much I can do. There's no pattern, there's no divergence. I don't want to make up something just to please you. I just want to be honest. In terms of technicals on the daily, I have no clue. It could go either way. If you zoom into the lower time frames, sure, there could be indicators, but those could play out very quickly and change very frequently. So, yeah. I think we already did look at that. KPTI is, I guess it's good above $9. That was your low in 2017. It was your low in 2019. You're trying to find some support here besides that little fake out. Technically, you do have triple classic bullish, or yeah, you have triple classic bullish divergence playing out on the daily. You just got to hold above 9. If you can do so, 1230 looks like the next resistance on the daily. But obviously, you're kind of hanging on by a thread, or walking a tightrope, whatever you want to say. Sheesh. Yeah, 3 more likes to hit 80. I don't know if we can do it, but I'm already super happy with the 77, so thank you very much. Let's see. Yeah, but I think I said earlier that we're going to be, I mean, you want me to keep going? I am a little bit tired, but I could keep going. We can keep running up new takers. Let me skip that song. Let me try this out.
I was in like 3rd grade, and there was this chick I had a crush on, and we were walking back there, and then I held her hand, and then she kept holding my hand, and then we walked to right before you walk out the alley, and she turned and gave me a kiss on my lips, and I let go of my hand and ran into like fucking.
We did THBR.
And I was like, yo.
Did the poll pop up for you all? I'm trying to use this like new polling feature. Oh, it did. Let me know if you, oh, there's already 4 votes. So there should be a poll in the chat. Thank you all very much. I don't know how we just got 80 likes. We have not done that in months. So vibes in the chat for the first stream with 80 likes in probably months. Definitely months. Thank you so much for the 80 likes. You guys are the best. Currently the poll is there's 9 votes and all of them were yes, keep doing take requests. So I'll keep running it up. We'll keep going. Sheesh. 81 likes. Wow. My back kills me after sitting like this all day. All right, I'm gonna keep doing ticker requests until my laptop battery dies. I have not done Fubo. Oh, THBR was a request earlier. Do you mean like somebody requested it in a donation? Where are the donations? I'm gonna feel so bad if somebody asked for THBR in a donation and I missed it. I don't see it anywhere. Thanks for CLOV. I don't see it in a donation. I don't know if I just missed it, but I did look at THBR from not. We could look at it again. I mean, it's fine. A lot of vibes in the chat. What a stream. See, what a, like the past like 3 or 4 nights have just been insane. Oh, it wasn't a donation? Okay. I finished my tea. Did I put in COR? Yeah. Is Momo a ticker? Yeah. Did I look at DraftKings? Everybody's talking about it. Well, if I didn't, we'll look at it. I think I did look at DraftKings, yeah. We already looked at SOS earlier. Just got to get above 380. Yeah, we looked at DraftKings. Just got to hold above that 200 day. I think you all talking about the weekly. Oh, the hidden bullish divergence. Is that what everybody's looking at? You could also kind of see the harmonic on the weekly as well. So yeah. All right, CAG. Kind of interesting. Probably 2 ways you could look at this. this is definitely, I mean, look, if you want to look at like an ascending triangle, go for it. Honestly, yeah, I would say look at it as an ascending triangle. Sure, you're making higher lows and you have a sell wall at $39. All right, super simple on this one. All you have to do, and you are going to do one or the other eventually, because there's an apex on this pattern. There's a final point. What you want to do here is you want to get above $39 before breaking under this demand line. If you do that, you have a bullish breakout. If you fall under the green line before getting above 39, then you have a bearish breakout, right? So it can go either way. It is a technically bullish pattern, which doesn't mean for sure it's going to break out to the upside. It just means that it has a, higher probability of breaking to the upside than the downside. But you don't really have any bullish divergence on the daily or the 4 hour. So that would have really helped out even more, but you don't really have it. So you just got to hold this demand line. AMD, I'll say it again and again and again. Anything over 74 is bullish in my opinion. It is in a large range technically. It is under the 200-day moving average, but it's still above 74. That's all I really care about on this one. I don't know about an inverse head and shoulders because it's like, sure, left shoulder, head, maybe, I don't know. I don't want to stretch it. Your resistance is $84. It's your 200-day moving average. Thank you, King Cyrus, for the YouTube subscription. Yeah, $84 on AMD is your resistance and pretty much your 200-day moving average. After that, we got Fubo. When it was right over here, I said, you get above $22 in the 200-day moving average, there's not much resistance till 34. This was talked about either last week or the week before. Pretty sure it was talked about last week on stream. And it's on the way. That's really it. You're not close to a support. This was the entry areas. I missed them, but we did talk about it on stream. CLOR, not much to be done here. It broke out of a very important level, 130. Look how many times it rejected that pretty much ever since like the last summer. It's back above that. The next resistance is 141. And there's nothing in between on the daily. So anything above 130 is bullish. There were definitely far better entry areas. This was probably around a 50% retrace. A little bit under. It was around the 618. It was in the golden pocket between the 50 and the 618. So yeah. Neo, I'll just show it. This was a premium trade. Already hit the first target of the trade. There was a second target to this trade, which is, I mean, you already see this dash line. That's the second target of the trade, I believe. It looked a lot better over here, right? I put out this trade at around $34. Classic bullish divergence on the daily, reclaiming a major support, bounced off the demand line of a channel, and that's what happens. This was a 24% trade for the first target. If it does hit the second target, that'll be a 33% trade. But it's already pretty much played out. So, we'll see what happens with that. That's Neo. Now we got Momo. On this one, 1337 is your support. Classic bullish divergence is on the daily. It's already playing out. And anything above 1337 is bullish. Next resistance is the 200-day moving average at 1529. Break above 1529. You got 1647 to 1650. Low over here. High over here. Low on this candle. Next one right there. That's Momo. Let's see what else I missed. I think I got most of them. I think just UAVS, BurgerFi. All right. On UAVS, it's above 458. That was an important level. Look, all dating back to 2016, it was a support. It became support again in March of this year and in April of this year. Eventually pivoted over back above it. Next resistance is 677. Not much of a pattern here. If it breaks 677, then you got 844. Your support's the 200-day moving average, which is currently at 548. After that, we got BurgerFi. I use this chart for one-on-one classes to explain swing highs and swing lows, so ignore all those circles. But over here, it's trying to double bottom, higher low double bottom. If it can break 1150, that'll be your confirmation. And then you're probably thinking maybe the 200-day moving average after that. But you just gotta hold above like $10. This used to be a SPAC. I don't think it is any. Was BurgerFi a SPAC? Correct me if I'm wrong. That's BurgerFi. And yeah, I think that'll do it. Thank you so much for the 81 likes. Thank you for all the tips tonight. Thank you for everybody who joined the Discord, all the new subscribers. Less than 30 away from 2,500. The support is crazy. I don't even know what to say at this point. So thank you all so much. Life-changing stuff for real. And good luck to all of you for the rest of the week in the market. I'm going to be live again tomorrow night at 9 p.m. EST. So subscribe so that you don't miss it. Or not. If you didn't enjoy the stream, don't subscribe. Nobody's forcing you to. But yeah, to all of you with the nice words in the chat, in the Discord, on Twitter, thank you so much for everything. Check out the links in the description. Premium alerts are there if you ever want to sign up. We just broke over 100 members. We broke a major resistance on premium alerts. And yeah. Thank you all so much. All right. Have a great night. I'll see you tomorrow night at 9 p.m. EST. And peace out. All right.
My baby's a sailboat captain at sea. We don't give a damn, we do as we please. My baby's a sailboat captain at sea. My gal is a good one, tells me she's mine. Wish I was better looking, baby, don't mind. My gal is a good one, tells me she's mine. All I ever wanted was to make you happy, give you the truth. Anything to make you love me, any more than you do. My baby's a sailboat captain at sea. We don't give a damn, we do as we please. My baby's a sailboat captain at sea. My gal is a good one, tells me she's mine. Wish I was better looking, baby, don't mind. My gal is a good one, tells me she's mine. My baby's a saint just like an old George. Good with a dagger, skilled with a sword. Although she's all that more. All I ever wanted was to make you happy. Spit it all out. Anything to make me love you. Yeah, less than I do now. But you were in my head. We were in your bed. You said, yeah, I'm so fucking sorry for this. Lord knows she goes, she's gone. Say you don't mean that. Lord knows she goes, she's gone. Say you don't mean that. All I ever wanted was to make you happy, give you the truth, anything to make you love me, any more than you do. My baby's a sailboat captain at sea. We don't give a damn, we do as we please. My baby's a sailboat captain at sea.